What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on this video we'll be calculating the determinants of the equations that you see here. On the left hand side we have a set of linear equations where we can able to calculate the determinant, and also on the right hand side we have a set of linear equations where we can able to calculate the determinant as well. So if you have watched the introduction of determinant whereby we introduce the second order, you can pause this video and try to calculate your determinants, and let's see if your answer is going to be the same as the one that we're going to get at the end of this video. So before I start calculating this determinant, I just like to say thank you very much guys for watching, subscribing to the channel, commenting, and not forgetting those who like and share the videos. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. All right guys, so let's start with the set of this equation on the left here. Now let's look at equation 1. So equation 1, we don't need to rearrange it because it is in the order where we want it to be. But as for equation 2, we need to rearrange it so that it can have the order similar to equation 1, where the first term on the left it's 2x, and then the second term should be 5y, and all this should be equaling to negative 4. So when we rearrange it, obviously we're going to transpose that negative 2x, which is going to give us 2x plus 5y, and all this is going to be negative 4. This now becomes our new equation 2. So we need to put them close to each other so that we can able to do the square matrix. So let's start with equation 1, which is going to be 3x plus y. All this is equaling to 7. And then equation 2, which is going to be 2x plus 5y, all this is equaling to negative 4. Right, so when it's like this, we can able to see that this is a second order of square matrix. So we can also able to calculate our determinant when we have the equations like this. So remember, when we calculate our determinant, we need to create the square matrix here. Now, when we create the square matrix here, we just have to take the coefficient of x and y and put them as our entry. So the first entry is going to be from equation 1, and which is going to be the coefficient of x, which is a 3. And then the second entry is going to be the coefficient of y, which is 1 there. And then the third entry is going to be from equation 2, which is going to be the coefficient of x, which is going to be 2. And then the fourth entry, which is going to be 5 from equation 2. There we go. So from here, now we have our square matrix. We can able to calculate our determinant. So the equation for the determinant, guys, is very simple. You multiply the first entry, which is going to be 3, with the last entry, which is going to be 5. And then the product of this is going to be subtracted by the product of the second entry, which is 1, and the third entry, which is 2. Right. So when you put this on your calculator, we're going to have 15 here minus 2. There we go. So our final answer for our determinant is going to be 15 minus 2, which is going to give us 13. I hope you guys can able to see this because this was not that difficult. But just in case you don't know how we got to this, I've made a video where I introduce how to calculate the determinant on the second order. Right, now that we are done with this one, how about we do the second set of the determinant? The aim here on this video is to show you guys that you need to rearrange your equations before you calculate the determinant. So here on this set of equations, we also need to rearrange our equations. So let's start rearranging equation 1. We're gonna have that 19x on our left hand side. So we're gonna transpose this positive 14y on our left hand side. So it's gonna become negative 14y. All this is equaling to 12. Now this becomes our new equation 1. And then let's look at equation 2. Now equation 2, we have to transpose only this negative 13 on the right hand side. So if we do that, this is gonna be 7 minus 4y, and then when you transpose this negative 13, you're going to have positive 13. Right, so when it's like this, we can able to create our square matrix so that we can able to calculate our determinants for this set. Now, remember, if we create the square matrix, we only gonna take the coefficient of x and y. As for equation 1, we know that the first entry, we're gonna take the coefficient of the x, which is 19. For the second entry, we're gonna take the coefficient of y, which is negative 14 there. Now, the third entry, we're gonna take from equation 2, which is gonna be the coefficient of x, that is 7, right? And then the last entry, which is gonna be the coefficient of y from equation 2, which is negative 4. As you can see, now we have our square matrix. Now we calculate the determinant. So when we calculate the determinant, we wanna multiply the first entry, which is 19, with the last entry there, which is negative 4. There we go. And then this product here is going to be subtracted by the product of the second entry, which is negative 14, and the third entry, which is 7. Now we need to create space. So let's get a little bit of space there. All right, so when we continue here, this is going to give us negative 76 plus 98. So our determinant for this set here is going to be positive 22. Guys, I hope you managed to understand this. Really, this was not that difficult. Here, I was trying to show you guys how to calculate the determinant when you are given equations whereby you need to rearrange your equation. Make sure whenever you're arranging these equations, your first term make it to be x and the second term make it to be y. And then all this should be equaling to the answer. This was not tricky. All you needed to know is that they might give you in this form. And whenever they do, rearrange it. Guys, if this video helps you to understand, do not forget to like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. If you want to know where exactly this information is coming from, I will leave a video on the description, and also that video will pop up on the top right of this one here where I introduce the second order of determinant. All right, guys, we are done with these questions here. If you have any question, also don't be afraid to ask on the comment section. I hope this helps you to understand how to calculate determinants when you're given the linear equations in this form. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Till next time, cheers.